Hi, preschoolers. Happy Monday to you. Mrs. Russell here. I hope you're having a great day so far. We have some awesome and fun things to talk about. Are you ready? So this week we get to talk about plants. We just finished learning about bugs, and now we get to learn all about plants. So if you haven't already planted your seeds that were sent with you in your little pots, now is the time to do that. If you've already done that and they're already growing, we would love to see pictures of them. Okay, one of your activities for today is to make 4 shapes with either popsicle sticks, toothpicks, Q-tips, sticks, whatever you find laying around your house. And we also have a fun story today called The Tiny Seed, so I'm going to read that to you. But before we get to that, we're going to go over your handwriting page today. So for your paper, you get to work on a number of you. If you haven't already done this, this is page 90 and 91 in your handwriting without tears book. So you get to start at the smiley face, of course, trace all your numbers. 1, color the 1 picture of the little caterpillar, trace 2, color the 2 ducks, count them 2 as you go, and keep going all the way to the number 10. Okay, make sure you're counting, starting at the top and going down as you go through your pictures and your numbers, and starting at the top. We are so proud of you guys. You're doing so awesome on your work, even though sometimes it's kind of hard to stay inside and get your work done because we know you want to go out and play. But if you get your work done, get right to it, get it done, and then go have a break outside and have free time, then that's the best way, right? I like to get my work done first and then go play. Alrighty, so let's start with our fun story today called The Tiny Seed. This is by Eric Carle, and it has some awesome pictures in it. The Tiny Seed. It is autumn. A strong wind is blowing. It blows flower seeds high in the air and carries them far across the land. One of the seeds is tiny, smaller than any of the others. Will it be able to keep up with the others? And where are they all going? Where do you think all the seeds are going? Can you see them all? All the seeds? One of the seeds flies higher than the others. Up, up it goes. It flies too high and the sun's hot rays burn it up. Oh no, but the tiny seed sails on with the others. Hot, hot. See it? It's like it's on fire there. Another seed lands on a tall, icy mountain. The ice never melts and the seed cannot grow. The rest of the seeds fly on, but the tiny seed does not go as fast as the others. Ooh, those look like our pretty mountains, don't they? Now they fly over the ocean. One seed falls into the water and drowns. The others sail on with the wind, but the tiny seed does not go as high as the others, the pretty fish in the ocean. One seed drifts down onto the desert. It is hot and dry, and the seed cannot grow. Now the tiny seed is flying very low, but the wind pushes it on with the others. Well, the cacti. Finally, the wind stops and the seeds fall gently down on the ground. A bird comes by and eats one seed. The tiny seed is not eaten. A bird comes by and eats one seed. The tiny seed is not eaten, so it must have eaten the others. I had to reread that to see what I was making sure that made sense. It is so small that the bird could not even see it. I guess that saved it because it was so tiny. Ooh, look at that pretty colorful bird. Did you guys know that birds like to eat seeds? Oh, of course you did, because some of you made bird seed feeders, didn't you? And got to have some birds visit. Now it is winter. After their long trip, the seeds settle down. They look just as if they are going to sleep in the earth. Snow falls and covers them like a soft white blanket. A hungry mouse that also lives in the ground eats a seed for his lunch. But the tiny seed lies very still, and the mouse does not see it. Can you spot the mouse and the tiny, tiny seed? Now it is spring. After a few months, the snow has melted. It is really spring. Birds fly by, the sun shines, rain falls, the seeds grow so round and full that they start to burst open a little. Now they are not seeds anymore, they are plants. First they send roots down into the earth. Then their little stems and leaves begin to grow up towards the sun and air. There is another plant that grows much faster than the new little plants. It is a big, fat weed, and it takes all the sunlight and rain away from one of the small new plants, and the little plant dies. The tiny seed hasn't begun to grow yet. It will be too late. Hurry! But finally, it too starts to grow into a plant. And you spot the weed that likes to take over the sun and water. They like to hog this stuff, don't they? That's why you gotta pull the weeds so your plants you want can survive. The warm weather also brings the children out to play. They too have been waiting for the sun in springtime. One child doesn't see the plants as he runs along and, oh, he breaks one. Now it cannot grow anymore. Looks like he stepped on it. The tiny plant that grew from the tiny seed is growing fast, but its neighbor grows even faster. Before the tiny plant has 3 leaves and the other plant has 7. And look, a bud, and now even a flower. What is happening? First, there are footsteps, then a shadow looms over them, and then the hand reaches down and breaks off the flower. There it is. A boy has picked the flower to give to a friend. Aww. Now it is summer. Now the tiny plant from the tiny seed is all alone. It grows on and on. It doesn't stop. The sun shines on it and it rains, and the rain waters it. It has many leaves. It grows taller and taller and taller than the people and taller than the trees. It is taller than the houses, and now a flower grows on top of it. People come from far and near to look at this flower. It is the tallest flower they have ever seen. It is a giant flower. Wow. All summer long, the birds and bees and butterflies come visiting. They have never seen such a big, beautiful flower. Look at everybody visiting. A big, beautiful flower that came from the tiny seed. Now it is autumn again. The days grow shorter, the nights grow cooler, and the wind carries yellow and red leaves past the flower. Some petals drop from the giant flower, and they sail along with the bright leaves over the land and down to the ground. The wind blows harder. The flower has lost almost all of its petals. It sways and bends away from the wind, but the wind grows stronger and shakes the flower. Once more, the wind shakes the flower, and this time the flower seed pod opens, and out come many tiny seeds that quickly sail far away on the wind. Oh, the seed pod broke up, and what do you think's going to happen now? Where all those seeds spread out. That end of the tiny seed. Okay, I hope you guys have a great day. Hope you liked that story called The Tiny Seed, and you have fun learning all about plants today and all over the rest of this week. And we're also learning about the long E sound, which says its own name, E-E, like seed. So be thinking about that. And we can't wait to see your plants and your work that you take pictures of as you're doing it this week. And I hope you have a great week, boys and girls, and we will talk to you very soon. Bye. Happy Monday.